Praise the Lord, everyone, and welcome to this week's video devotional. Immediately after service on Wednesday night, Lydia and I were having a conversation, and it went something along these lines. Lydia says to me, "I'm just looking forward to getting home because these shoes hurt my feet." Now, me being the practical guy that I am, I just looked at her and said, "Don't wear them." She says, "But they're cute." "But they hurt you." "But they're cute." "They hurt you, but they're cute." Yeah. And I started thinking, that'll preach. That'll preach. Let's look at Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. Here we read, "There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death." See, what I got thinking during that conversation with Lydia, how many times do we walk in things that hurt us? How many times do we walk in a certain habit because it's cute? How many times do we walk in a certain lifestyle because it feels good? How many times do we walk into this or walk into that because everybody's doing it, or it's popular, or I like the way it makes me feel, or it's cute, but it hurts us. It happens all the time. People walk in things that hurt them, and in the end, it leads them to death. But the conversation did not end there. See, Lydia went on and said, "Well, they're new shoes. I just need to break them in." And I thought, oh, that'll preach. Because sometimes God calls us into things, and those first steps hurt. But we just need to get used to walking with Him. The first example that came to mind was Abram. I read in Genesis chapter 12. Give me just a moment to turn there. Give me 2 moments to turn there. Here we are, Genesis chapter 12, beginning at verse 1. "Now the Lord had said unto Abram, Get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will show thee. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great. And thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. So Abram departed, as the Lord had spoken unto him. And Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran." Okay, we'll stop there. Now, God promised a lot of things. He promised a lot of blessings. He offered Abram a lot. But the first thing Abram had to do was take that step. He had to step out. He had to leave what he knew. And it can't have been comfortable. He's 75 years old. He's been living in a certain place for that long. It's going to be hard to leave. And then if we were to go through and look at Abram's first steps out of his land, he went through a famine, but he walked with God. He feared for his life in Egypt, but he walked with God. He was separated from his family. He had to separate from Lot because of family argument, family division. But he walked with God. He saw war, but he walked. He went for decades without a son, but he walked with God. He went through all kinds of things that were uncomfortable, all kinds of things that had to hurt at the time, but he walked with God. And in the end, it was counted to him for righteousness. So I guess my very simple thought this morning, choose your shoes carefully. There are things that we walk in that might seem cute, they might seem good, they might seem wonderful, but in the end, they're going to lead to trouble. And then there are things that God calls us into. There are things He asks us to walk into that might seem to hurt. Those first couple steps seem very difficult. We don't know how we're going to do it. We don't know how we're going to make it, but we need to get broken in. We need to learn to walk with God. We need to learn to trust Him through the pain, through the discomfort, because in the end, it's going to get easier. The trials will keep coming, the troubles will keep coming, but we will be more aware of God's presence, of his peace, of his goodness, of the fact that he is right there with us. And if we will continue to walk with him, even though those first steps hurt, if we will just trust him, just like Abraham, in the end, it's going to be counted to us for righteousness. So pick yourself out a good pair of shoes and walk with God. God bless you all. I'll see you next time.